Hey, good morning everybody. It's Mike. Thanks for jumping on here with me this morning. We're continuing our focus in January on strategies to increase our referral business in 2023, right? So how we do that? Well, I mean, everybody says, right? Everybody says, I never speak to anybody that doesn't say, I want referrals to be the main source of my business. That's kind of why we got into the business, what we were thinking then for almost all of us. So how we do that? Because we thought when we got into the business, right, that people were just going to call us. And then they don't, or they don't do it enough times for us to pay our bills with. Well, first, I think it's about understanding that it's really not about the people you know that are moving this year. They're not moving this year. This should be your assumption. The people I know right now today, right this second, they ain't moving. They're not going anywhere. I mean, people really only move about every 11 to 13 years right now, depending on which statistic you look at. The people you know, they're not moving. Well, that's going to cause a problem for me because I kind of thought that's where my business was going to come from. People that I know, my sphere of influence and my past clients, and they would, when they're ready to move, they call me and I help them and then I get paid. No, they ain't moving. Now what you going to do? Well, it's really not about the people that you know that are moving this year. It's about the people they know. And that's where the power number is, right? So we need to turn the people you know into ambassadors for you, into walking billboards. So when they're out there in their lives, right, and somebody mentions anything about a house, they're going, oh no, I got a guy. You need to call Mike. And they're ambassadors for us. Make sense? So what we've got to do to create more ambassadors, isn't that really what you want? I mean, I know you want referrals, but to get the referrals, don't you really want more ambassadors like that are walking around and encouraging, demanding that people use you as their real estate agent? Isn't that really what we want? And if we get that, won't we then get more referrals? Sure. How we do that? So specifically, how do we do that? And that's what we're talking about. Well, we do that through the actions that we take each day. Now, look, let's be straight here for a second, okay? If you ain't taking any actions, if you just sitting at home, going about your life at home, and you're just waiting for people to call you, you could hang it up. Haven't you figured that out by now? You want more referral business this year, then you're going to have to take action every day to become the top of mind, credible expert with the people in your sphere. Okay? So we've already talked about weekly video messages that you send out each week on a specific day and time through an embedded email. And we've already talked about making regular calls within our sphere. Today, I want to talk to you about sending handwritten notes each day. Now, seem a little small to you? Seem a little silly? Well, it can be. I mean, if you do it wrong, it'll be insignificant. But if you do it right, and it's personal, and it's to people in your community, the community of your life, no, it can be powerful. Here's one of the reasons why. Well, just for a second, in your mind, think about this. How many personal handwritten notes have you received in the mail in the last 90, 120, 6 months, the last year? How many personal handwritten notes have you received? Right, not that many, right? Because people aren't doing it anymore. No, they like to use text and they like to use email, and those are conversations we will have in days to follow. But look, you hear me say this to you all the time, but pay attention as it relates to this. Throughout the course of your career, watch what other people, what other agents do or they don't do, and you do the exact opposite. Look, the simple fact is some things are making a comeback despite all the technology that's out there right now. right? I mean, everybody wants to talk about technology because it makes them feel cool and hip and edgy, right? But because of all that, I don't receive very many handwritten notes at all. So when I do, it's more special. So you watch what other people aren't doing and go, well, if everybody else is not going to do that, then I'm going to do it. That will make you different. So there's a good reason to do it. But I want to give you some tips this morning. First, I'll start off with this. How many handwritten notes should you be sending out each day? Well, I think the answer to that really is a question. How motivated are you? How many deals do you want to do this year? I mean, if you really don't want to do that many deals, if you don't really care, if single digits, somewhere between 2 and 10 is okay with you at this point in your life, then I don't think you have to do many. Do 1 or 2 a day. Those of you that are more ambitious and have set higher goals, you should do more. Well, how many? Why don't you come talk to me and we'll come up with a specific number. But I will be the first one to tell you this. If you're looking to get away with the least you can do every day, if your question is, what's the minimum amount I can do and still get some results? Don't come talk to me, because I'm going to ridicule the living hell out of you. I have no patience and zero tolerance for people that are trying to get away with the least they can do every day. But if you want to do the most you can do every day, come talk to me about it. Now, a few tips with these personal handwritten notes each day that you're sending out to people in your sphere of influence, into the community of your life. Why? So you stay top of mind, credible expert with them, right? That I should get your card and I should just go, well, that was sweet. That was nice. It isn't changing my life today. I just think that was nice of you to take the time to do that. Okay? It's one part of your strategy. Some of you right now are going, well, that's not going to get me to the 25 transactions I want to do this year. Of course it's not. Stop saying stupid shit like that. Nobody said that it was. There's not one thing that you're going to do that's going to get you to your goals this year. This is going to be the congruence of all these different actions that you're taking each day that's going to get you to your goals. Oh yeah, see, that gets us right back to what I keep saying to you. Get up, get dressed, and get to work. Why? You got all these things to get done every day. If you keep wishing for the silver bullet and the magic answer to the one thing you have to do every once in a while that's going to generate a lot of business from you, stay away from me, because I hate that kind of talk. It's just not true. It doesn't exist. If it did, I'd be doing it. And I would surely tell you about it, right? Right. Okay, here's a few tips for you with these handwritten cards. Don't put your business card in there. Don't put your business card in there. You destroy the intent of the note. Don't use branded cards. If you work here with me, don't use Century 21 cards. Use personalized cards. Don't use branded. This isn't a sales pitch. Don't slime me with your deceitful sales practices. Stay true to the intent of the handwritten note. Well, what if they know a lot of mics? How will they know it was for me? Because on the outside of your non-branded envelope, you are going to put your return address, right? I'm going to put Mike Prewett. I'm not going to use my business address. I'm going to use my home address. Because when these people get this, I want this to feel highly personal to them. So I don't want to slime them. I don't want to be businessy. No branded cards, no business cards enclosed. This isn't the time for that. I had 2 people this year send me a Christmas card, which I thought was nice, and put their business card inside their Christmas card. Now, I'm personally offended by that, and I think Jesus has got a problem with it too. Another tip for you, use blue ink and stay away from these software products and these outsourcing businesses that want to do it for you. Like they have a handwriting machine and you just dictate what you want them to say, and the little machine or the software creates the handwritten note, and it looks like it's handwritten, but it's not. And everybody can tell that it's not. Those of you that have ever got anything from me, my handwriting sucks. So if all of a sudden you're starting to get one that looks perfect, you know I didn't do it. You just destroyed the intent. Just don't do it at all. If you're that damn lazy, just don't do it at all. Well, Mike, I don't have the time to do this. I see the closing reports. So I think you have plenty of time to do this. That's what I think. Use blue ink. It looks more authentic and real because all the gimmicky solutions use black. And then the last thing, to make it personal, you're going to need to rely on your CRM that you're building every day with not only the names and the contact information, but personal notes in there too. So that when it comes time to send me a handwritten note, you have something to jog your memory about me and you can personalize the message. You want more referrals this year? Why don't you try this? And if you did, would that be a way of going out there and making it happen for yourself today?